What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Women Are Worthy Network. Y'all, I haven't been on here in almost a year and a half. How about I forgot how to do an intro, outro? I'm messing with this stream, y'all. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But when you haven't ridden a bicycle for a while, you get on it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to introduce Mr. Christopher Bennett. He is a student. He is an entrepreneur. He is a lover of life. We're going to have some fun, y'all. We're going to have some fun. But I really want to talk about some things that's been going on social media. We have Jada Pinkett. Yes, Jada Pinkett. We have Tia Mowry. Yes, Tia Mowry. And now we have the one and only Ayesha Curry. I'm having an issue with this. And I wanted Chris to come on so we can have a conversation from a male perspective and from a female perspective. There's some things that's been going on social media, and I'm going by what I'm hearing, not what people are telling me, right? Because I've been getting emails about, why don't you do a show on Ayesha Curry? Now, I'm going to be one of those people to say I can speak about it, because half of the people who are speaking about it are not married, miserable, okay, and want to see her in a miserable spot, right? So I'm married over 25 years. So I think I'm well qualified. I, reach out. Thank you. I'm a unicorn, y'all. If y'all really want to know how long I'm married 36 years. Okay. October 9th. All right. So I'm not here to shame anyone, but let's talk about it. This is something we need to talk about. As a woman, and listen to all my female friends and people on social media, y'all always complaining that we don't have any good black men. They're either dead, gay, or down low, right? Y'all always complaining about it, right? So here we have, I'm not gonna look at him for a moment. We had Jada Pinkett married to a successful man, and we saw what happened there. I'm not here victim blaming, shaming. We're just gonna keep it real because it's about relationships. Then we had Tia Mowry out here, had a good man, and I guess I don't know who was in her ear, letting her realize, oh, it's good on the other side. So she went on a divorce tour. Okay, that's how I saw it. Like, ooh, come on, Chris, throw it. Come on, you can interject. You can interject. Okay.
Yeah, with the Tia Mowry thing, I thought it was bad. And the thing with Tia Mowry, we for the most part we watched her grow up, and a lot of us from the outside, and I know I'm guilty of it too. We think because we see somebody on television all the time or we see them on social media, a lot of times we think that we know them and what have you. And I just thought the way that she talked about her husband, I just thought that it was wrong, because to me, if you're gonna drag his name, and you know how it is, if you say, well, I'm leaving my husband such and such. I think something that didn't go discussed on social media regarding that is how her husband got dragged. Like he got dragged really bad. And you have women saying, "I know he must have did something. He must have hit her or something like that." And I'm like, you didn't even get this man to say his side of the story. You don't know if she cheated on him. It's just she left him. He had to do something. He had to do something wrong. And then for her, all she could have said, you know what? It didn't work out. We're going to co-parent for the sake of the kids. And she could have left it at that. She said she graduated. A graduation is something that you're proud of. You're going from one level to the next. To me, that's more like to me, it's more like a regression. And to me, if unless you're saying he was like a serial cheater, unless you're saying that he was abusing you, whatever, then you could say, well, I survived. I ran away from that. And for this man to be dragged the way that he was, I just thought that was wrong.
I agree with you because she should have stepped in because she started it. We didn't know what was going on in her marital life, right? Because everything was perfect and it went around again allegedly that how they met, where she was up here and he was down here. She didn't say that, but she made it. She represented that when she talked about it, the bus stop and how she drove him and things like that. And I don't know who. See, let me tell y'all something, y'all married women, okay? Some of y'all want to be married and single. You can't listen to single women telling y'all what y'all shoulda, coulda, woulda, and what you should be doing. Because let me tell you something. We getting to you, Miss Ayesha. Okay, we getting to you. But we're gonna stay on, one at a time because I can't take no more emails. You had two children by this man. He did the best that he could. So, and you could tell it was a breakdown in the relationship because I would watch their videos. I thought they were cute at first. Then all of a sudden she morphed into being sexy, where her son, I saw a video, thought that she was doing too much, right? I'm going to leave the kids out because I don't want to talk about the kids. We want to talk about the adults. You're letting your husband be dragged. Your son is at an age that he's reading
He
or
can
his friends
understand it.
are telling him, what are you doing? I mean, like you said, Chris, you could have very well said or say that, you know what, we're working through it. Please, respect our privacy. But no, I'm not going to say alleged. I don't know what you thought was going to happen. But okay, you went on this divorce tour. You've been on this, looking sexy. Yeah, baby, you've been looking real sexy, which is good, But with that comes, you've been looking sad. Okay, you said you're going to date. And I saw a video when she talked about what dating life was like. Well, that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. And Corey, I'm going to talk to you for a minute, okay? I'm giving you your flowers. You didn't drag the mother of your children. All these women they're gonna say a lot of things, but I'm gonna tell you, Ken, because I know you're gonna be watching this eventually. I'm giving you your props. You didn't drag her. You could have drugged her. You could have read her, wrote her, and erased her. I know you could have, but you didn't do that because you thought about the kids. And I respect you, King, for doing that. And you were being hit with so many. I don't know how your mental stayed mental. I don't know how you did it, but whoever you had holding you up, please, I commend them for doing that for you because we have so many
Definitely.
spaces for women when there's issues going, but when it's men, it's like we just throw them away. Y'all figure it out. So, Corey, thank you for being the king that you are because you're the epitome of what a man should do. I'm not saying you couldn't have took shots, but my brother, you better than me. You are
But
better
what I
than
noticed
me.
about the whole thing, it seemed like she was trying to chase attention. She was trying to take. He wasn't chasing attention, and he was getting it. Girls like, oh, Corey's so fine. Corey so this, Corey so that. So I don't know if it's because he's single now while he's getting attention from women. Because to me, physically, he don't look any different. He don't seem like he put on more muscle or whatever the case may be, or got more tatted up, whatever. But it just seemed like he's just doing him. You don't see him in front of the camera a whole lot. And all on social media, with, ooh, Corey this, ooh, Corey that, ooh, Corey this, ooh, Corey that. He wasn't speaking bad on his woman. It didn't seem like he was chasing attention. It seemed like cameras was chasing him to see like how you doing, what you doing, what project he's doing, this, that, and third. And just keeping things in perspective.
And I'm gonna say this, Tyler Perry, thank you for not listening to all the outside voices because I think you gave him, I think he said his highest paycheck. And
Yeah,
I
that's what
want
he
to
said.
say the young was it Megan Good who starred again opposite him?
Yes, yes, yes. I believe it was.
Yeah, and I want to thank Megan Good for, oh, that's another couple we need to talk about. I want to thank Megan Good for still being his friend and being in his corner and not convincing, but presenting him to Tyler Perry for Tyler Perry to put him on the show. So Megan salutes. Corey, okay, case closed. Ayesha, baby, baby, I'm ready for you, okay? You need to take a page out of, and the person's name I'm going to mention, please understand this is with the utmost respect because you barely on social media, but I'm going to say this. Ayesha, you need to take a page out of Mrs. Savannah James' book, okay? This woman has children. She's
He's a
married.
good man, Savannah.
Oh, she a quarter piece, okay? She ain't a dime piece, she a quarter piece. But she's so classy with
Yeah,
it.
she's pretty.
You know what? But she's classy because she comes on, she does stuff with her kids, something with her daughter and the boys, and she's out. She dips in and she dips out. She knows her space. This is a man who's created a kingdom, but because of his queen, he was allowed to create his kingdom, right? She knows her place. She's not worried about usurping his, like, oh, I want to get more, slide people into my DMs, or why y'all not looking at me? She understands her space. LeBron is the media person because he's on social media and he's a basketball person, right? And this is what he's doing. Why? And she's not looking to like, well, look at me, she's not a pick me, or look at me, look at me, look at me. She knows her space and she knows her place. It doesn't show she's subservient, because you see how many roses LeBron gives to Savannah, right? Ayesha, me know say you're Jamaican too, or some Jamaican heritage. So I don't know what happened, what's going on. Your girlfriends who are around you, they need to go. They need to go. Okay? Because they're encouraging the bull. Okay? They're encouraging it. You have a man, I think you had a cooking show, you had some cookware, you had a couple opportunities. You wouldn't have gotten them if it wasn't for him. And I don't want you like, well, I was doing this before. I was an actress. On what? Tubi? Hulu? What? I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie. She was in one. She was in one of my favorite hood flicks called Love for Sale with Melissa Ford and Maya. She had like a small
I
part in
know.
it.
And I'm not saying those channels are bad. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is, when what conversation wasn't had? He's building, your husband is building a kingdom, just like LeBron, right? Building a kingdom. So you have to want for nothing. Everything that I've seen that you're doing, when you did the cooking show, he was on the cooking show with you, right? When he did that, he was doing that so you can get some more subscribers. So if he's sharing his money with you, allegedly, why aren't what? It seems to me, this is my opinion, and Chris, I need you to weigh on it. It seems like it's a competition for you. It seems like it's a jealousy issue for you, allegedly. Okay. This is just my opinion, because I've been watching your videos, and you did a show where I guess it was a bartender or something. Now you were joking around with their ring and all that kind of stuff. But what do you think it was showing other women? You think some of the people around you can't wait for your kingdom to fall so they can slide into his DMs? How do you know some of them girls have not slid into his DMs and he has not said anything to you because he don't want to break up that relationship? I am not saying by any means he is perfect, but we have not, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but so far, the way how these women are, we've not heard anything about him sleeping with a woman,
yeah, yeah.
talking to a
If
woman
he
in a
slid in a
professional.
woman's DM, she'd have said something already.
She would have.
She'd
So
have said something already.
So I don't understand what is this obsession, because, and I've been hearing, I think Vegas, from what I'm hearing, allegedly Vegas has a bet on your marriage. Okay, that's what
No,
people are
but
telling me.
dude, what's the name? Kevin Samuels. He said this like 6 years ago. He said they are going to break up. She is going to divorce him. She said that. He
Kevin
said this like
Samuel
five.
said this.
You could look on YouTube for it. He said she is going to divorce him. Everything you're saying, he said this then, and everybody was saying like what people, the competition thing. Nobody can understand it. To even go back when you brought up Savannah's name, right? The first time I ever heard Savannah's voice, it was maybe on something on cable or something like that, or maybe on social media. She do something with women or mothers or something like, she do something like give back, philanthropic, something along them lines. And I'm like, I didn't even know that was her. I never heard her speak before. This was then. So now I think she got like a podcast or something like this, like something like that now with a homegirl or whatnot. But she understands her place. So when men tell women know your place, it's not you're down here and we'll know your lane. Let the man know his lane, because he Steph Curry, he seemed like he checked the boxes of everything that women say they want in a man on social media. You don't want a man that's going to go 50-50 with you. You don't want a man in average looks. You don't want a man to make average money. You don't want a man to make that have average height. Like Steph Curry is one of the top 500 recognizable faces on the planet. Almost any room that Steph Curry's in, unless LeBron, even LeBron, unless Deion Sanders or Michael Jordan is in that room, Steph Curry is like top 5 man in that room anywhere. And your man is the man. So what I seem to notice, and I may get brushed back for it, women tend to get praise for calamity and chaos. And I seem to notice this a lot, because all the men are saying, well, what is it that you're complaining about? And women are saying, well, I understand. If you're not married, and if you're not married to a man that generates $1 billion by himself, I don't know what it is about Ayesha Curry that you understand. Because if your man is not making that type of money, then you don't understand. So it's
Hmm.
like he seems that he elevated her. If she wanted to go off her own name, she could have hyphenated her name. No one is stopping her from creating her own. No one's stopping her from creating. She had her own restaurant. No one is stopping her from creating. She she feels that, you know what? She got the light skin, green eyes things going for her. Any man that's with her, he's supposed to feel like he should feel lucky that he's with her. Everybody know. I know, you know, every woman knows. Everybody feels like she should feel lucky that she's with him. 100 years from now, you're like say as far as the NBA, nobody knows if people are going to talk about Kyrie Irving. Nobody knows if they're still going to talk about Dominique Wilkins. 100 years from now, people are going to talk about Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, Steph Curry. His name is never going to be forgotten. He's legendary, and she feels some way. What she has to compete against her man. There is nothing. Whatever she has these aspirations in career, there was nothing she was ever going to do. Not that to make whatever she wants to do, not to make it minuscule, but whatever it is that she was going to do, she was never going to have this much popularity. She was never going to have this much access to money. And we're all fooling ourselves if you think there was some. There's a reason why they're called 1%, because you got a 1% chance of living that type of lifestyle and having that type of money. Whereas you could go on a shopping spree and you can blow $250,000 and your man don't even care. So not only do he buy you expensive stuff, but because her last name is Curry, you know how much expensive ish she gets for free? Because her last name is Curry, she doesn't go get her nails done. The woman that do nails come to her crib. She don't go get her hair done. They come to her crib. So he's made everything possible to her to make her feel comfortable. And it seemed like she's unappreciative. This is why she's getting a lot of blowback from men.
And Aisha, I want you, when you're watching this and before you, oh my God, I just need you to just listen. We're not bashing. We're just telling you what your friends are not telling you, okay? Or what some of your family's not telling you, right? Because at the end of the day, you have lifelong, because if you split it in half and that happens, because I don't want that to happen to you, right? But eventually, he is a man, he's a human being. And eventually, you get tired of it because who knows? To see that he had to come out and speak against who was it? Who was it that he had
Killer
to
Mike, it was Killer Mike that said something.
Killer Mike, that he had to, and Killer Mike apologized. Now you have Corey Holcomb out here. You don't want your man to look like a fool out here. This is a man who has his own brand. He does a lot. He doesn't need to worry about what other people are saying because of his wife. He doesn't need that. Let it be something else. You don't right now. Again, I'm not going to say I know for sure he's not cheating because I don't know. But what I am going to say is we got a lot of garden tools out there that would have put it up on social media, and maybe they could be. Don't get me wrong. Maybe they're blackmailing, and we don't know anything. But what I am saying is Black women are always complaining there's no good men. We want a man to look like this. And here's the thing. We got a lot of women out there talking about they want a man who looks right. He has a decent body. He brings food to the table when they don't even know how to build a damn table. When they 400 pounds or 20 pounds overweight. How do you want a man? You're looking for someone and you don't have it within yourself. You want him to be a millionaire and you're not even a thousandaire. That don't make no sense to me, okay? You are what you attract, right? So Ayesha, you met him when you were younger. And if there's anything that I can say is keep it off of social media. The jokes and okay, and let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're joking. But other people are not taking it that way because they're taking it to the next level. And there's always truth in humor. Okay? Always. So maybe you need to figure it out. And if you're still not listening to me, pick up the phone and call Tia Mowry. Pick up the phone. I can give you a whole bunch
Yeah,
of other people. Pick up the phone and call and say, hey,
yeah.
I know if they could do it differently, it would have. Okay? I'm sure you may. Again, these women had made their husbands look like an idiot. Jada. Okay? We're
But
seeing
even
it
but
in the
even
news.
before that, remember her mother-in-law. Remember the interview the mother-in-law had while she was still married. I'm guessing maybe at that time she was having issues with Del Curry. That's Steph Curry pops. She was like, I can get any other man that I want. And about a year after she said that, they got divorced.
See, That's another person she can talk to. But there have been talks about his marriage with her. But again, sometimes you got to be careful. You and also, Aisha, you may have young girls who look up to you, who want to be you. Like, how did she get him, and how, you know what I'm saying? So I am just saying, as a woman that's married, you don't want to embarrass your husband like that, because our black men have it so hard. Getting up every morning for a black man is hard. And to see how hard, and I'm not rapping you like I want Steph. I love my king. Okay. You need to understand, or maybe it's therapy or something, but I'm sick and tired of getting emails or conversation. Hey, talk about this Ayesha Curry, what's going on, and the Tia Mowry. And I didn't want to jump on the whole Tia Mowry thing because she was getting too much attention as far as I was concerned. Okay. And then I wasn't going to jump on the whole Jada thing because that all played out and we saw what happened with that. But today, as of today, I am just saying I'm sick of it. And I know you're like, well, don't watch it. Well, don't put it on social media, because at
Yeah.
least I am being respectful. We're being respectful to you. And your friends, when I heard Chris, I was watching social media, and this one young lady said, there was a couple of them, girl, because maybe, I don't know if he was her first, and she feels like she needs to sow her seed, maybe with a little thug. You want some thug love. You want him to, whatever it is that he's not doing. You listening to your friends. Again, this young lady said, Chris, she had the gall to say, well, Aisha, maybe you should have a little something on the side.
I,
Maybe, did you see that video?
the chick with the bob,
Yes.
and she said she need to have a whole face.
Yes.
You see,
How
you
are
see,
you?
it's
How are
women.
you?
Is it?
Go ahead.
But this is the thing. Ayesha Curry, she's not a wife. She called herself a Christian wife. This is what she called herself. So she's a Christian wife in a Christian marriage, and she's saying she wants attention from other men. What religious texts tell you to invite temptation into your marriage? It says, deliver us from evil, and deliver us not into temptation. So why would you want to invite temptation into your marriage? I think when they first met, she didn't like him when she saw that his star was ascending, because he didn't have the
Allegedly,
average.
allegedly. Go ahead.
No, she said it. She said she
Okay.
no. These are her words. So
Okay.
he didn't have the average like story with a lot of NBA dudes. Let's say like Matt Barnes or Shaq or Chris Webber, where they was big time high school stars, McDonald's All American, big time college stars. They get into the pro. When he was in high school, he wanted to go to his father's alma mater, Virginia Tech. They said you can try out, but we're not giving you a scholarship. So he really had to like earn his way, and he didn't really become like a star until like his junior year of college. So at that time, his father told a story that he went to go watch his son play, and they said, "Do you want security?" He's like, "What do I need security for?" Then after he seen the way the crowd, mob staff, this in college, after a game was over, he was like, I can't believe my son is this star. Del Curry was a baseball star and he was a superstar in college. So you can kind of see he was going to be there. Nobody saw it for him. Remember, he went to Davidson. He went to Davidson College. Like, that's not Duke or Georgia Tech, or it's Davidson. So when he tried to holler at her, she wasn't feeling him. Then later on, when he's this now, it's a little easier because everybody know who he is and everybody know he's going to be a star. I don't think nobody knew he was going to be superstar, but you can see he had all star potential. So I think she was like, this is something comfortable for me to get into, and she wanted to leave, the life. And then when she saw that, like his jersey sales was outselling LeBron's. Like when your popularity can rival LeBron's, there's very little you can do that you can outshine him. She wasn't comfortable being in his limelight because she felt like he should feel comfortable. He should be happy to be with me. And she knows everybody looks at him like that she should feel happy that he's with her. If a bunch of men is walking towards both of them, as pretty as she is, all the men are going to him. Like he's the pretty woman. And I think that's the problem that she's not comfortable with. Savannah, she's comfortable with that. Like, look, yeah, go. You understand? She felt like the spotlight is supposed to be on her, and she's uncomfortable with it. She's insecure.
And it's sad that in a marriage there's competition like that. I can see friendly competition, but it's toxic competition. And
Yeah,
sometimes you have to know your space. You have to know when to, and I can say it because for me, I have this personality. My husband's the laid back
they
one.
reserved. Yeah,
Right. And he lets me shine, let me do whatever. He's like, because I'm coming home, the money coming home too.
Yeah,
So do what you got to do. And I have been so impressed thus far with Savannah James, so
yeah.
impressed with her son.
Everybody love her.
Everybody loves her. And because she knows her space at such a young age and how she went through this, right? She didn't have you had people coming at them in the beginning saying things, but she handled it with grace. And contribute that to LeBron because he knew how hard it was by watching the other friends or whatever to say, okay, we're not going to let this happen to my wife. I mean, how often do you see a wife similar to LeBron you had Anita Jordan, she was real quiet. You really didn't see her in the mix. And in order to be, I'm telling you, Ayesha, either you need to go away and take some time for yourself and just look at the reality, because if anything happens and you get a divorce, they're constantly talking about, I heard Cardi B talking about everybody need to take prep now. And you know what prep is, okay?
Yeah,
Tell the women, heterosexual women, I'm not saying she's wrong for saying that, but heterosexual women now got to take prep because she's
yeah.
saying
Yeah,
yes.
I heard that Houston and Atlanta is like the leading league in
Yes.
unwanted insects, if you know what I mean.
Yes. So I'm thinking that I'm not saying to stay with him because of the money or stay with him because you have no other choice, but you need to figure out what you need to do so you don't have to make these jokes and people are making he's the butt of your jokes, right? Because I know I don't think that's how you meant it. I really don't. But that's how it's coming across. And by talking about you didn't like him at first or whatever, come on, Chris, you were gonna say something?
I think she do mean it. Because if you ask most men, do you think they're getting a divorce? They're saying yes.
Yeah.
When you married to a dude, and the thing is, at a time when she made them comments, he was just about to get his new contract. So she know this money's coming. And then you got to remember now, she has leverage. Well, she got like 4 kids, and they've been married for about 9 years or something like that. She got leverage now. So if anything, he's not gonna want to leave because he know he gonna have to part with at least what 120 million, and they're in California at that. So she knows she got all the leverage to run her mouth. She meant it because if she didn't have leverage, I don't see her being this comfortable running her mouth. I really don't.
I mean, it's now that you're saying that, that's sad to know that you're creating this, as you said, women love chaos, and calamity.
Remember in the Bible, remember Eve lived in paradise, but it wasn't enough. It, it wasn't enough.
Ooh, he done hit y'all with it. He done hit
But
y'all with it.
all over social media, you hear women saying it's okay to leave a good man. The
Yes,
same people, the same women that claim good man is hard to find. Where are the good men at? Where did the men go? Why are men not going out no more? Why might men not approaching us? The gene pool is full of pee in it. Then it's okay to leave a good man. It's okay to leave your family. So
I
a lot of women are supporting it.
I was reading she did a video and I was reading the comments. One lady said in her comment, I wish I'd put it up on the platform. She said, I can relate to Ayesha Curry. I'm like, okay, let me hear how you can relate to her because you're not in the money figure. She got married to her husband young. She had children young, and she didn't have a life. Everything was the husband and the child. Excuse me, and she didn't have a life for herself, so she felt stuck. This is what she's saying. She felt stuck. Baby girl, you didn't have access to that kind of money because how you gonna feel stuck? You go on vacation, let the nanny watch the kids. Okay, go to spas. How are you stuck? Unless what does he do? So you can't compare yourself to Ayesha. I know what you're doing. You're comparing yourself to that small situation. But you know what? When they say money doesn't make you happy, but you know what? Damn sure make you comfortable. Okay?
Yeah, hell
Because if
yeah,
you're
hell yeah.
miserable and you're having, you know what? Or if you're having a moment, let me get on the jet, let me go away. And now because of
Jackie,
what's going on, go ahead.
Steph Curry is literally a walking Ciara's prayer. Literally, literally. If that's not the dude that women claim they want, I don't know who is. And the
I
thing
want
is,
you to
and this is the
repeat that
thing.
because wait. I want you to
Yeah,
repeat that because I'm gonna use that
yeah.
as go ahead, repeat that.
Steph is literally a walking Ciara's prayer. because you're not going to do better than that. Because if you can't get along with Steph Curry, what man you gonna get along with? Any other man that got as much money as him or more money than him, more than likely they're married. More than likely. And to go from Steph to who you gonna go to after that? I mean, it is going to be a huge drop because women is quick to compare men. Well, I'm used to this type of lifestyle. Used to that type of lifestyle. Because I doubt she's going to want to date a man that just has a million or just worth $1 million or $2 million after that. And them
And
dudes that make that type of money, that's single, available, and loyal, that is hard to find. And
well,
especially under
no,
40, that's hard to find.
well, you got to remember too, you have 4 kids, right? You're not going to be like an Eld Wood, which is Tiger Woods' ex-wife. You're not going to be the woman that Tiger Woods dating now, which is Donald Trump's ex-wife. Okay, so you see the comparison here. So look who she leveled up with. Okay, we're talking about her and Trump's son got married, but now she's dating Tiger Woods, and I think they're engaged. So he's a billionaire. So my question is, and she was very quiet about it, when whatever happened, no one knew that they were dating, right? It came up. I think he was the one that brought it up. So my question is, as a man with means, would I want to step to her? If this is what she did, this man whom she's supposed to love, and why would I want, okay, I may hit it and quit it. And because I don't want the 4 kids that come with it. Oh, I just did a rhyme. Hit it and quit it, and 4 kids come
Well,
with
kids are
it.
coming with it.
Did a rhyme. No, seriously. Why? What? Seriously, what? I don't know what guy. Now of course you're gonna have some probably former teammates that he had that may want to just to try it. But I'm like, you have 4 kids. I'm not saying you're not valuable, sis, because you have 4 children. Because there's so many things that you can do and surgeries and all that kind of stuff. But what I am saying is, what is it within you, yourself? Forget about him, that makes you feel that you're not enough, that you're not worthy, that you have to put another person down in order to build yourself up. What is it? The self-esteem? What is it? It has to be something. And again, we don't know what's going on in that household. We don't know. So I'm not alleging or saying he's a terror in that house. So what I can only go by what she says on social media and what we see him as doing. Whenever anyone steps to her the wrong way, oh, he's all over it, like white on
Of
rice,
course.
he's all over it, right? So he's giving you that respect. He's allowing you, and he didn't even tell Killer Mike, well, I know my wife was wrong. No, he shut it down. That's what you're supposed to do in public. Shut it down. Now, behind the scenes, we're going to have some problems, right? But you have the money, you have the means, and I don't want to hear money isn't everything. Well, create your own. You created something. I don't know what's going on. Now you got pot set. What happened to the she had her own cooking show, I think, on a big platform. I don't know what happened with that. Are you bored? And if it doesn't work out, you just jump to something else. What is
I
it?
think it's bored. I think boredom come into it. And I think she envisioned herself being a star, but she realized nobody else sees her as a star. So it's like, you know what? How do I get attention? Because I remember there was a thing on social media one time where she said I wouldn't show my body, whatever. Only my husband is allowed to see it. And then 2 years later, she's showing herself in like a two-piece. I'm like, okay, whatever, no big deal, whatever. But it's like her, Jada Pinkett,
Yeah.
Tia Mowry, they want. It's like how can I get attention? Let me badmouth my man in public. It's like they can. Anytime you see Jada Pinkett doing it, she's badmouthing her man in public. It's like, and I think she's another one too. She's jealous of her man because she can't reach that level. Like, you're with the man. Like, what else do you want? You're with the man. What else do you want?
She created a show on social media, and I mean on one of the medium platforms, which is really good. Her with Mark, whatever, Jennifer Lopez, that was a great series. It
Was it or
ended up,
Nurse Jackie? That was it.
no, not Nurse Jackie. It's some show that they did. She was a nurse on the show. Great.
Oh,
I mean,
was Morris Chestnut on that?
No, he wasn't on that one. I don't think, maybe he was towards the end, but it was a great series, right? Her, and she was a nurse and her husband was in the military and I think he died. It was a great series.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then
I
there was
could wait.
rumors that they was messing
We're
around.
not going there. We're not going there. But it was good. Then all of a sudden, it's oh, we left the window open. I'm seeing, oh my God. So anyway, I'm like, okay, that was good. The show ended. Then all of a sudden, she's doing rock music. Don't know what's going on with that. Then I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, that's not what this is about. It's about, I want Ayesha to read, watch social media, see what happened to Pickett Smith, see what happened with Tia Mowry. And there's so many more out there that you're walking in that. And if there's a divorce, Tia will tell you right now, she seems like she's unhappy because she mentioned dating is a hot mess out there. It's a hot mess. And who's going to want to date you after you went on this? Chris, I thought it was she was being knighted or something. The tour she went on, this divorce tour, and I mean the clothes, and she would do the dances. And I remember her son was like not really liking some of the
Yeah,
things.
because she was dressing like revealing, and he had a problem with it.
Yes, and I'm like, what is going on here? It's like, but she seems. Have you heard about her lately? No, no,
No, when she
because there were
badmouth
talks.
her ex-husband again, you'll hear about it.
Well, wait a minute. I heard there were talks. There were gossips about them coming back together. Corey.
I remember there was like a movie premiere or something like that, and they saw each other. It was very awkward. She wanted to
You
give him
can
a hug,
tell.
and he's like,
Mm.
he's like, no,
Corey, listen to me,
I'm
Corey.
good.
Listen to me, Corey. I'm not into breaking up a marriage that's already broken. You have more ahead of you than you have behind you. I'm sure your DMs is sick. Okay. Check out the DMs. Okay. Or introductions or whatever. Okay. Live your life. Okay. You need to have a phase. You need to have one. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. But do you have any last words or any suggestions or any tips that you can give Miss Ayesha Curry?
I would say appreciate the position that you have because a lot of women are jealous of it, and they wish that you had it.
Know your lane, respect your lane, respect your family because your kids are going to see this one day. And you may not allow them on social media, but their friends are on social media. Their families are talking about y'all
Of
about
course,
social media. And the
of
kids,
course.
how do you expect? I'm not even going to mention your kid's name, but how do you expect your oldest daughter when
Yeah,
someone
she's
comes?
old enough. She's old enough to understand.
But what do you do when they go to her? But then she's going to feel bad. You don't want, and I don't want to say bullying, but you don't want her to have to defend that. She's too young to defend relationship stuff. So why
Yeah, because
couldn't
you know how kids are and whatnot. They probably go to one of them rich snobby schools.
and you're like, come, and you're not supposed to have a phone. Come, let's go in the bathroom. And they laugh. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So figure out what it is you want. Do it at 100% because I'm not seeing consistency with you when it comes to, the cooking, the this, and that. And I understand you could jump, but see, you can afford to jump around. You can afford to, oh, let me do this in this $3,000
Yeah,
a day studio.
yeah. Let me try to learn how to fly a plane.
Let
Yeah,
me do that. Or let me go to the moon if I wanted to be one of those people that went to the moon. You could have
and I
done that.
think she could have had like a podcast, and she could have had a whole bunch of different guests on her show and just talk
No,
about different things.
no, she can do it. Aisha, if you want to do a podcast with me, we can do an episode now. I didn't
For
slam
real,
you.
for real.
I am just giving you advice from one OG to a youngin, as I call y'all, that needs some advice and guidance. I'm not looking into the money aspect. I'm looking into longevity. People are always saying we're, baby mamas and all that. Nothing against baby mamas, but you wasn't a baby mama. You did it how it should be done because you're saying you're a Christian woman. So things happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into whether you had sex before marriage. That's not my business. But what I am saying, you guys got married, you had children, and now I guess you're suffocating because that's what some of the people are saying in the comment, in the timeline, that you feel suffocated. Well, you need to figure out why you feel suffocated. If you have to walk away, then you got to walk away because you got to be happy. Because right now we're all looking at you and we know you're miserable. Not even unhappy, you're miserable. And you're making me miserable. Okay. So I don't need that no more. Aisha, I need you to do better. When you know better, you do better. I need you to do better. Okay, my sister, because I'm
Definitely.
watching out. Yeah, yadi. And you know, for act
Yeah.
like that on social
Don't
media.
embarrass your man in public. That's bad.
Yeah. You know, on Beyonce internet and go on. So come on, stop it. Stop it. So
Yeah, it's
we
sad.
wanted
It's sad.
we wanted to thank everyone for tuning into the Women Are Worthy
Thank you.
Network. Please
Thank you. Thank
like
you.
and subscribe. Please follow us. I'm back. I took a year
And
off. I am
comment.
back. We're going to be talking about
All right.
vegan cooking, healthy. We're going to be talking about all these things. So don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be also doing interviews with our guests.
Definitely.
We're going to have some amazing things going on. So without further ado, peace, love, and happiness.
And
Don't make
remember, you are worthy.
I taught him well, didn't I?
You did.
So again, I love your family. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that you make, love your family. So peace out, y'all. See you next time.
Take care. Jay, I love you. Thank you.
Love you too.